good afternoon to you viewers. This is the Colonel speaking to you live from the Grange of British Imperial YouTube Broadcasting. And today we have a poet reading his own poems. Here we go. And if I switch the blessed thing off, there we go. It's John Drinkwater, the well-known Oxfordshire poet, reading his own poems, parts 1 and 2. I'll have to change over halfway through. Mystery, Vagabond, Moonlit Apples and Birthright are the first ones. Here we go.
All the following pieces are taken from my selected poems, with the exception of Gold, which is to be found in Preludes. Both volumes are published by Messrs. Sidgwick and Jackson. Mystery. Think not that mystery has place in the obscure and veiled face, or when the midnight watches are unaccompanied of moon or star, or where the fields and forests lie enfolded from the loving eye by fogs rebellious to the sun, or when the poet's rhymes are spun from dreams that even in his own imagining are half unknown. These are not mystery, but mere conditions that deny the clear reality that lies behind the weak and speculative mind, beyond the contagions of the air and screens of beauty everywhere, the brooding and tormented sky, the hesitation of an eye. Look rather when the landscapes glow through crystal distances, as though the 40 shires of England are spread into one vision harvested, or when the moonlit waters lie in silver cold lucidity. Those countenances search that bear witness to very character, and listen to the song that weighs a life's adventure in a phrase. These are the founts of wonder, these the plainer miracles to please the brain that reads the world aright. Here is the mystery of life. The Vagabond. I know the pools where the grayling rise, I know the trees where the filberts fall, I know the woods where the red fox lies, the twisted elms where the brown owls call. And I've seldom a shilling to call me own, and there's never a girl I'd marry. I thank the Lord I'm a rolling stone, with never a care to carry. I talk to the stars as they come and go, on every night from July to June. I'm free of the speech of the winds that blow, and I know what weather will sing what tune. I sow no seed and I pay no rent, and I thank no man for his bounties, but I've a treasure that's never spent. I'm lord of a dozen counties. Moonlit apples. At the top of the house the apples are laid in a row, and the skylight lets the moonlight in, and those apples are deep-sea apples of green. There goes a cloud on the moon in the autumn night. A mouse in the wainscot scratches and scratches, and then there is no sound at the top of the house of men or mice, and the cloud is blown, and the moon again dapples the apples with deep-sea light. They are lying in rows there under the gloomy beams, on the sagging floor. They gather the silver streams out of the moon, those moonlit apples of dreams, and quiet is the steep stair under. In the corridors under there is nothing but sleep, and stiller than ever on orchard boughs they keep tryst with the moon, and deep is the silence, deep on moon-washed apples of wonder. Birthright. Lord Ramesses of Egypt sighed, because a summer evening passed, and the little Ariadne cried, that summer fancy fell at last to dust, and young Verona died when beauty's hour was overpast. Theirs is the bitterness we know, because the clouds of hawthorn keep so short a space, and kisses go to tombs unfathomably deep, while Ramesses and Romeo and the little Ariadne sleep.
And now for side 2. Here we go.
Cotswold Love. Blue skies are over Cotswold and April snows go by. The lasses turn their ribbons for Aprils in the sky. And April is the season when Sabbath girls are dressed, from Rodborough to Camden in all their silken best. An ankle is a marvel when first the buds are brown, and not a lass but knows it from Stow to Gloucester town. And not a girl goes walking along the Cotswold lanes, but knows men's eyes in April are quicker than their brains. It's little that it matters so long as you're alive, if you're 18 in April or rising 65. When April comes to Amberley with skies of April blue, and Cotswold girls are briding with slyly tilted shoe. Anthony Crumble, the inscription from a Gloucestershire churchyard tomb. Here lies the body of Anthony Crumble, farmer of this parish, who died in 1849 at the age of 82. He delighted in music, R.I.P., and of Susan, for 53 years his wife, who died in 1860, aged 86. Anthony Crumble of Dorrington Wood played on a piccolo. Lord was he for 70 years of sheaves that stood under the perry and cider tree. Anthony Crumble, R.I.P. And because he prospered with sickle and scythe, with cattle afield and labouring ewe, Anthony was uncommonly blithe, and played of a night to himself and Sue. Anthony Crumble, 82. The earth to till, and the tune to play, and Susan for 50 years and free, and Dorrington Wood at the end of day. May Providence do no worse by me. Anthony Crumble, R.I.P. Mrs. Willow. Mrs. Thomas Willow seems very glum. Her life perhaps is very lonely and humdrum, digging up potatoes, cleaning out the weeds, doing the little for a lone woman's need. Who was her husband? How long ago? What does she wonder? What does she know? Why does she listen over the wall, morning and noontime, and twilight and all, as though unforgotten were some footfall? Good morning, Mrs. Willow. Good morning, sir, is all the conversation I can get from her. And her pathstones are white as lilies of the wood, and she washes this and that till she must be very good. She sends no letters, and no one calls, and she doesn't go whispering beyond her wall. Nothing in her garden is secret, I think. That's all sunbright with foxglove and pink. And she doesn't hover round old cupboards and shelves, as old people do who have buried themselves. She has no late lamp, and she digs all day and polishes and plants in a common way. But glum she is, and she listens now and then for a footfall, a footfall, a footfall again. And whether it's hope, or whether it's dread, or a poor old fancy in her head, I shall never be told. It will never be said. Mamble. I never went to Mamble that lies above the Thames, so I wonder who's in Mamble, and whether people seem who breed and brew along there as lazy as the name, and whether any song there sets alehouse wits aflame. The finger post says Mamble, and that is all I know, the narrow road to Mamble. And should I turn and go to that place of lazy token that lies above the Thames, there might be a Mamble broken that was lissom in a dream. So leave the road to Mamble and take another road to as good a place as Mamble, be it lazy as a toad, who travels Worcester County, takes any place that comes, when April tosses bounty to the cherries and the plums.
Well, there we go, viewers. That's how poetry should be written and how it should be read. Thoroughly delightful. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you and goodbye.